Welcome to Headlines in Bed. Today is Friday, January 29th, 2021. Grab a cup of tea, cup of coffee, make yourself comfortable, and let's get started. Today we'll start with the Wall Street Journal. Um, the news about GameStop, AMC, and other shares continues to be on the front page. GameStop, AMC shares soar as Robinhood loosens curbs. Share price performance this week. The chart is just amazing. AMC went from $9 or so to close to 300. GameStop, even more dramatic, from single digit to went as high as 600 and more. Big drop yesterday and recovery today above 400. Amazing what these folks have been able to achieve. The story, I wanna know how the story evolves and whether the people who are bidding on the market through Robinhood and other investment sites, they are truly the common folk, or if they are also insiders that are just playing yet another game to benefit from the system. But anyway, shares of GameStop and AMC are rallying again after popular online brokerage Robinhood said it would reinstate trading in shares that it curbed on Thursday. Follow along for the latest action in these and other hot stocks. Andrew Leff's Citron will stop publishing short sellers report. SEC to review broker actions. Broader market under pressure. Analysis wisdom of crowds to anarchy of the mob. Surge in trading volume causes glitches for high-speed traders. And in fact, let's take a look at actually, no, we're going to stay here. Keith Gill dropped the GameStop Reddit mania. He talked to the Journal. I want to read this story. Trader knows as Deep F-ING value on the Wall Street Bets forum and Roaring Kitty on YouTube helped turn the investing world upside down. I didn't expect this. Robinhood raises $1 billion to meet surging cash demands. The infusion is meant to help the company meet rising demands on its cash stemming from the recent frenzy trading. Insiders at GameStop, BlackBerry, LaCroix maker sit on big stock gains. Yeah, this is an interesting story. The recent Reddit-fueled trading in long struggling companies has boosted the holdings of CEOs and directors, though few have reported cashing in. We're going to keep going. Johnson & Johnson's single-dose COVID-19 vaccine was 66% effective. Johnson & Johnson said its one-shot COVID vaccine was 66% effective at protecting people from moderate to severe disease in a large clinical trial. It will seek U.S. authorization in early February. Well, 66 compared to 95 on the Moderna and Pfizer. It doesn't look great, but I guess I don't know how the government will evaluate that. Do they just want more vaccines to come into the pool for distribution? And do I, as a recipient, get to pick which vaccine I want? Vaccine experiences from around the U.S. Novavax vaccine is 89% effective in study. Latest U.S. hospitalizations decline. U.S. household income and spending during the coronavirus crisis. In 2015, it was somewhere around 12 trillion, forgive me. It dropped in 20. Then it seems like it's continued its progress. personal income. That was consumer income. Personal income went from about 15 trillion, about 20, above 20 trillion, and now below 20 trillion on personal income. CEOs on COVID-19, the economy, leadership, and more. Officials try financial lures. Threats to reopen schools. Defense chief holds up Trump nominees to Pentagon boards. Household income and savings rose at the end of last year. Facebook to test news feed controls for advertisers. Facebook said it would soon begin building and testing new controls to let marketers keep their ads away from topics they want to avoid. AstraZeneca's COVID-19 vaccine wins EU green light. Chevron posts quarterly loss to cap worst year since 2016. For the fourth quarter, it posted 665 million in losses as the coronavirus pandemic sapped global demand for fossil fuels. Repeal of state tax deduction cap pitch for COVID-19 relief bill. Lawmakers for high tax states see a chance to repeal the 10,000 cap on the state and local tax deduction. Hack stands far beyond SolarWinds, investigators say. Close to a third of the victims didn't run the SolarWinds software initially considered the main avenue to attack for the hackers. If the Olympics don't go to Tokyo or Florida, what about my mom's house? I want to read that. Cecile Tyson, trailblazing actor, dead at 96. She looks vaguely familiar. I'm not sure that I know any of her work. The NBA's best young stars loved the same player. He hated the NBA. China's top bottled water group swells to an 85 billion valuation. Nongfu Springs' profit margins and growth potential have impressed investors and analysts. Exuberance and a shortage of tradable shares have helped too. WeWork in talks to combine with SPAC or raise money privately. Two loose attempts to avoid extradition in Goshen case. McKinsey is in settlement talks with states over opioid work. American Southwest post record losses. U.S. airlines lost nearly $35 billion last year as the coronavirus pandemic decimated travel. Her husband died of COVID. Now she needs a new financial plan. A 53-year-old Phoenix woman wants to get through the next few years and plan for retirement. Here's what a financial advisor suggests. Before filing your 2020 taxes, here are answers to some common questions. Millennials embrace prenups, but through a different lens than in the past. Two Democratic senators have outsized influence on Biden's agenda. Democratic Senators Joe Manchin of West Virginia and Kristen Sinema of Arizona may have the most leverage with a Senate that is evenly divided between the two parties. Gerald F. Sieve explains how they could determine the fate of the Biden administration's agenda. China targets UK's Hong Kong passports over citizenship plan. The country will no longer consider the British national overseas passports a valid travel document, a move with limited impact. In Azerbaijan, winning the war was easier than reconciling with Armenia. Thousands of deaths and worries over the welfare of prisoners have complicated efforts to build a lasting peace between Azerbaijan and Armenia. From Billie Eilish and Rosalia to Olivia Rodrigo, the best songs you should be listening to right now. Yeah, because the Wall Street Journal is pace setter for pop music. And with that, we're going to give thanks to the Wall Street Journal, and we are going to go to let's see what the San Francisco Chronicle has today. Nightmare of confusing tech guidelines thwart seniors trying to get vaccinated. Some of the most vulnerable people, older adults, can have the hardest time finding information about whether they're eligible, navigating technology to book a slot, or mustering the strength to get to vaccine sites and sometimes wait in line for shots. Yeah, that's not a pretty picture. And I don't mean this picture, but the picture that is coming out of the reports. Excuse me. Bay Area weather live updates. PG&E truck washed off roadways in Aptos. Top of the news. Stretch of Highway 1 in Monterey washes away after being hit by debris. Monterey County. Tech investor who proposed splitting up California threatens to move university. San Jose postpones police chief search after Minneapolis chief drops out. Feds shortchanging SF Bay. Congress members want restoration money. Mayor Breed tries to rally a wary San Francisco with optimistic vision of recovery. Stockton man sentenced to death for 4 murders is found dead. Wow, dead in cell. Reopening California, how safe is outdoor dining with new Bay Area variant spreading? Experts explain risks. Newsom $2 billion plan to reopen California schools fizzles. California state parks to begin reopening campsites after shutdown. Yay! Los Angeles and San Francisco are both reopening. Their stats tell different stories. Here's what home prices look like right now for each Bay Area county. I want to take a look at that. Here are the leading candidates to be California's next Attorney General. Okay. Oakland International, first airport in the U.S. to sell COVID testing kits. Check you out, Oakland International. The little airport that could. How Bay Area variant differs from those in the UK, South Africa, and Brazil. UCSF-led team racing to find COVID cure may have found a candidate. Why state is moving to an age-based system for vaccine priority. Warriors' struggles with consistency continue in blowout loss to Suns. A night after a convincing win over the Timberwolves, the Warriors looked fatigued in Phoenix. These Bay Area Asian Americans are trying to reclaim wellness foods. Adrian Chang, who works as a cook, and Erin Wilkins, owner of an herbal medicine shop in Petaluma, are teaming up to teach a workshop series about Asian folk traditions. If Subway's tuna isn't tuna, what is it? Bay Area lawsuit won't say. What? Top sushi restaurants in the Bay Area. Amid abuse reports, facility that treated California children will close. A Wyoming treatment center where California had long sent troubled youth will shut down in March, following a Chronicle and in-print investigation into violent abuse at its campus. California Supreme Court allows high-ranking justice to be removed from office. Why? Breed appoints new San Francisco assessor recorder. Because the last one Carmen moved to become city administrator. Thank you, San Francisco Chronicle. And we're going to close today's headlines in bed with a visit to a quick visit to the New York Times, because we're already past 15 minutes and I want to keep our videos to 15 minutes or less. Good morning, New York Times. We already talked about the Johnson & Johnson vaccine, tracking coronavirus vaccinations around the world, doses administered per people, the UK and United States, and United Arab Emirates seem to be ahead. Robinhood in need of cash, we already read that. How to keep your cool in the GameStop market, we already read about that. Let's focus just on the opinion page, actually. The GOP, Paul Krugman, the GOP is in a doom loop of bizarro, but will it doom the rest of us too? Frank Bruni, Marco Rubio deserves Ivanka Trump. Will the senators' psychophancy and shape-shifting come to naught? Michelle Goldberg, the first post-Reagan presidency. David Brooks, children need to be back in school tomorrow. I'm worried, especially like my pubescent nieces and nephews. Forget about math and science. The social skills and the sexual discovery that they need to go through, self-discovery, in the context of others. I don't know how my siblings are doing it, and how, most importantly, how my nieces and nephews are doing it. Jamel Bowie, I'm not actually interested in Mitch McConnell's hypocrisy. We are bringing Sundance to your living room. Joanne Freeman, when the threat of political violence is real. Ezra Klein, what's happening to our economy is like natural disaster. James Traub, there was never a fairer test of national quality than this. Adam Finn and Richard Malley, one dose now for everyone most likely to die. The editorial board, how many Americans are homeless? No one knows. And with that, we will bid you a good day. Thank you for joining me for Friday, January 29th. That is Headlines in Bed. Have a great day. Have a great weekend. See you on Monday. Be well.